Hi guys, welcome back to Technoweb Hack. This is Parikshit here, back again with the new video. And sorry for the delay guys, it's been a long that I haven't uploaded any video yet. So till today we have already almost covered all kind of hacking videos, including your either Facebook or WhatsApp or Instagram or any social sites that you want to, and other hacking videos like Windows, Linux, server. Also we have learned about the Android hacking and all other stuffs that we could do, and also we covered the website hacking, alright, website brute forcing, Facebook brute forcing and all other stuff. So from today we are going to start a new series, and that is for the Linux learning. So it is the Linux essential which hackers should know, and in these tutorials we are going to cover all the basics and advanced of Linux. Alright, so I will be covering up step by step from the beginning. So those who are beginners and want to learn a Linux, it will be a really great help for them as well. So today's tutorial will be the first chapter for this Linux essential series, and in this tutorial what we are going to learn is about some keyboard shortcut what we can use inside the Linux, and about the file system of Linux, and next we are going to see is about the file manipulation and management. Alright, so these are the things that we are going to learn today. Alright, so we will take a look at it now. What I will do is I will connect to my Kali Linux machine from the SSH from my Windows machine. Alright, so I have already done that, but I will show you how we will do it. I have already installed the SSH server into my Kali Linux machine and I already started it. So I have installed in my Windows machine the SSH open client, and then I connected it back here. I will once again show you how I will do it. So from here I just connected SSH and I connected to the root user, so root at the rate IP address of my machine. Alright, and then say yes, and I will provide the password over here, and then I'm connected. So I'll just clear the terminal. Okay, so we are here now. So now we will start with our first thing, that is our keyboard shortcuts what we can use inside the Kali Linux machine. So let's open the Kali Linux machine and we'll see how we are going to use these shortcuts, like Alt T for opening the new terminal, Windows plus direction keys on your keyboard, which will take your window to the left or right, or it will maximize or minimize that particular thing. So let's try that now. So if this is the window and if I wanna move it to the left, so just hold down the window key and press the arrow button, so it will take it to the left, and then once again if you hold down the window key and press the right button, so it will take to the right. Similarly if you press the upper direction arrow key, so it will take to the up, and similarly if you want to minimize it, so you can just press the downward direction. So like this way it will work. Okay, left, right, up and down. Right, so this is the way that you can try to minimize, maximize or left right the screen. Alright, the next thing we have here is to clear the terminal. Like suppose if I am entering anything over here and I want to clear it, so I can type the clear command, it will just clear. But there is also another way, like suppose if I have typed all this thing in here, so I can just press Ctrl L and it will clear the whole terminal. Alright, so this is the way that you can do it. The next thing we have here is Ctrl C to stop the process and Ctrl Z to suspend the task, and next is tab key to auto-complete what we are typing into the terminal. So like for that, suppose if you want to see, I'll show you that here inside this machine. So here you can see the Ctrl C to stop. So suppose I want to open a MSF console, it is taking some time. So suppose now if I want to stop and I want to do something else, I want to stop this process, so I'll see Ctrl C, so it is, you can see that it's aborted. So like this way I can abort any process and I can come back to my terminal. Similarly if I want to just suspend the task and I don't want to cancel it, okay, so similarly I just can, what I can do is I will just start the MSF console here, and once it is starting, but I have to do something else, I want to just suspend that particular task, so I'll say Ctrl Z. So you can see that here it says stopped, so it means that the process is now suspended. So here suspended means the next time when we start the MSF console, it will start from that point where we suspended that particular process. So I will just start it once again, and it should start quickly, okay, because it got suspended during that time. So now we will see it. Okay, so you can see starting the same way, and it should start up now. Alright, so like this way, yeah, you can see that we have the MSF console open here now. So now we will see how we will use the tab key. So I will just exit it, and now I want to search for the MSF console. So I'll say MSFC, and you can see that MSF console came when I pressed the tab. Now suppose I want to start or restart any service, so I should say system CTL restart some network manager or something. So I'll give tab now, and we can see that system CTL came up over here, and I will say restart. So I will type REST, and then I'll give tab. So it says it automatically took that restart, and then I want to give a network manager service. So I will say NET, and I will give tab. So it came automatically as a network. Now dash, now so manager dot service, automatically it came. So this is the way that you can use a tab command for the autocomplete. Alright, so this is all about the shortcuts here. I will clear the terminal now, and now we will look at the file system of the Linux. So first we have to go to the root directory here. So this is the directory where our all operating system directories are live. So here you can see all dev, library 32, library 64, media, frost, and sbin, temp, okay, and bin, etc, and all this root, okay, mnt. So we'll see one by one what each and every directory is for. Alright, here so you can see that we have a root directory, which is nothing but this. Here are all operating system directories are there. Alright, so the next here inside it, you can see that bin. What bin directory contains is it contains the program shared by the system and the system administrator and the users. So next here we have is a boot, where our boot files will be there, our kernel information will be there. Okay, there is a directory that is called as dev, where our all the hardware information, our disk information, the sizes of disk and everything that will be there inside this directory. Alright, the next thing here we have here is a etc, where our all the configuration file will be there. So home directory here. So this is just like how we have in Windows the documents, downloads, and desktops like a home. So just like that, this is the home directory for the Linux user. And next we have here is lib library. So we have a two here, library 32 and library 64, which is for the 32-bit program, and next is for the 64-bit program, which will contain the library files. Okay, alright, so next we have here is mnt, which is the standard mount point for the external drive, like if you want to connect any pen drive or CD-ROM or any external drive, okay, that will be particularly mount at this directory. So here root, and this is just a home directory for the root user, okay, where all the downloads, the desktop, and all other things that will be there. Okay, next we have here is sbin. Okay, so sbin, it contains the program for the use by the system and the system administrator. Okay, so next here you can see the temp directory. Here we have this directory will have some temporary space which will be used by the system. And next we have here is a usr, and this is just like a program files in Windows, okay, where your all the programs will be stored, okay, when you install it. So all the program files that will be there in this usr directory. Okay, just like that we have here a var, where our all the variable file and temporary file created by all the user that will be there inside this var directory. So this directory is just like a program data in Windows, okay, where our all the users application files and logs will be stored in that particular directory. Alright, so this is about it, and next we will move to the file management and manipulation. So alright, so first we have here is a pwd, that is, as the name suggests, it prints the working directory where we are now. So I will show you here. When you enter, we are in the root of the operating system. So I will move to cd, and when I say cd enter, so as you can see the symbol from this slash changed to this symbol, and now we are at the directory called root inside the operating system. Alright, so this is how you can check where exactly you are currently working, or in which directory you are currently working in, by using the pwd command. Alright, so next we have here is ls. So you can see that ls command will display what are the files or folders that are there inside this particular directory where you are existing now. and where I am existing now is inside the root directory, and inside the root directory we have the desktop, download and other files that I have downloaded, and I have kept it on my root directory. So you can see the documents, music, pictures, okay, wheel and venom tool. So all these directories are there inside this root directory, and we have a lot of other options that we can use with ls. So you can see that by using ls --help, and it will display all the information how you can use this. Okay, so there are a couple of options here, like -a, it will display all the files, okay, including the hiddens and all. And you can see that there are again different options like -d for the directories, yeah, -f and -g for group, -h for the human readable format. So as there are numbers of options and we cannot cover all of them, but I will show you what you must know. Okay, so ls and -a, it will show you all the files inside the root directory. Okay, before we could only see is desktop, downloads and documents and some other directory, but you can see that here .kde, .local, .mozilla, .msf4. so all the hidden files that was there, it all showing it now. So now there is another option, that is -l. You can see that -l will display you the sizes of the file, and it will also show you whether the particular file is a directory or it's a file. Okay, so you can see that all these files or directories that I can see, these are the directories from the root folder. Okay, so how you can see that in the first column you can see DDD, and here the permission for this particular file or folder, and next here you can see that this particular directory or the file is owned by which user and which group. All right, and creation date of this particular file. Okay, so all this thing that you can see here. So you can also use this -l with -al, and it will show you all the files and directories including their sizes. Alright, so here you can see we have all the hidden files here including their permissions and the date creation. Alright, so like this way you can use the ls command by using a different options, and for further more option you can just check out for the help or the man page of ls command like this, and it will show you how you can use the ls command furthermore. Alright, so you can see, yeah, there are a couple of other options that you can see inside the man, and it's quite good to look at the man page because it will display you all the information about this command, and this is good for the learning purpose. Alright, I'll clear the command now, and we will look at the next command here is cd. So cd, why we use is like when you just type a cd, so wherever you are, suppose I am just now moving to the desktop. Okay, so I'll say root and desktop. Now I'm at the desktop, and now suppose I just want to go at the root level to the root folder of the operating system, so I'll just press cd and enter. So you can see that it automatically jumps to the root folder. Okay, so as you can see we have here the directories that are there inside the root directory of the common user in this OS. Now from here, if suppose you want to move to the desktop, so I would say cd desktop and then press enter, so it will jump to the desktop. And now if there are, now you want to see whatever the files that are there inside the desktop, so you would say ls, right, and it will show you the different files and folders that are there inside this particular directory. Now suppose if you directly want to jump to the test folder, okay, this is the test folder that is there inside the desktop, and you want to jump to the test folder directly from the root directories, so you have to come back one step from the desktop, and to do that you have to type cd space ... So it will come one step back, and you can see that we are in the root folder right now. And now I will directly move to the test folder which is there inside the desktop. Yeah, it should be root, desktop and test. Alright, so as you can see now I am there inside the test folder, and if I see what are the files that are there, so I can see that there are 4 files that are there inside this particular test folder. Alright, suppose if you want to know what the particular command is for, you can simply type what is, and you can give that particular command name, like suppose we want to give like ls, and what is ls? So it will say that list directory content. So it displays the content that are there inside the directory. So now let's see what is, and it's saying that display one line manual page description. So this is what is command has done here. It displays the description for this ls. Okay, what is the use of ls? And so this is how you just want the short description for any particular command. You can just type the what is, and then you can give that particular command name, so it will show you the one line description for that. Now if you want the complete description for any command or complete documentation of that particular command, what is it used for and how it is used, so you can just type the man and particular command like ls. So it will show you the man page, which is the description, complete description page for this particular command. Alright, the next again how you can check it out is ls and --help, and you will see what are the options that are there inside this ls command and how you can use that. Okay, and what is the meaning of this option. Alright, so next we have here is a file command. So I'll simply type a file, and you can see that it's giving me the options how we can use the file command. So now if you are not aware how to use the file command and you want to learn that, so you just can type man and file, and you will see how to use this file command including all other options. Okay, and there is again another way, that is the file and --help. Okay, so you will see all the options that are there inside the file command and how you can use that. Alright, so I will show you what is important part here is file, and suppose you give star, so it will display all the files that are there inside this test. Here as you could see, Wi-Fi Fisher setup, and these are the 4 files that are there inside this particular test, and it will also display what is that file type or what exactly this file contains. So as you could see, it is the Python script and it is the ASCII text executable. This is also the Python script, and here it is just the ASCII text and ASCII text. Now suppose if I'm at the desktop and I want to see what are the files that are there inside the test from the desktop, so I would say file and would say here test and star. Alright, this is the way. You should give single space before the star and it will display all the files that are there inside the particular directory. Okay, next thing we have here is creating the file and checking the file content by using the cat and touch. Okay, so how you can do it, I will first go to desktop. Yeah, I'm at the desktop now, and I will show you what are the files that are there inside desktop. Is there are 4 files. Yeah, mp note and password2.lst, passwords.lst and password.txt. Now I want to create another file, like so. For that you have to type command that is touch, and I will say test.txt. Alright, so I will say enter, and as you can see ls, so you can see that the new file that is test.txt is now created. So this is how we create a file. Okay, and now suppose you want to see the content of the test file, so you should say that cat and test.txt. so cat is the command that is used to read the content of the file, but as you can see this file is empty, so it didn't show up anything. So now we want to write something into the file. Okay, so we can use any editor like vi editor or nano editor. Okay, so I will show you what is exactly vi. So what is vim? You can see that vi improved a programmer's text editor. So this is just the editor that will help you edit any file or anything that you want. Alright guys, so we are going to use a vi editor here to edit the test file, and we'll say vi test.txt, and now we'll say like hello something something. So you can see that it is not letting us type anything because we have to first go into the insert mode, and how we can do that is by pressing the I button, which will, yeah, so I pressed the I and you can see that now I'm into the insert mode. Okay, so I will type like now hello, and this is test. once you're done making the changes, you have to press escape and then colon. Here now you want to save the file, so you have to press W for writing the changes and then quit and then escalation mark. So what it will do is it will save the file and it will quit it. Okay, it will come out of this window. So I'll say enter. Okay, and now you can see that I came out of this particular file. Now I want to check the content of this particular file, so I'll say cat test.txt and you can see that hello, this is test. I'll clear the terminal. I will show you once again. So cat test.txt and hello, this is test. So this is how we edit it, and we can read the content of the file by using cat. What you can do is you can also redirect the content of one file to another file. Like suppose I want to transfer all the content of test.txt or suppose password.txt into the test file. Let's check out the content of password.txt. So cat password.txt, and I have few passwords written over here in this file. Now what I will do is I will just transfer all this content to the test.txt. So for that we can simply use a cat command. With cat we have to type the file name from where we have to redirect all the content is password.txt, and then we want to redirect, so we will give this greater than sign and next here the file name where we want to redirect it. So it is a text.txt. Okay, and then enter. And now I want to display the content of test.txt, so I'll cat test.txt and you can see that this is now redirected to this file and the test.txt becomes the password.txt. Okay, so this is how you can use the cat command to redirect all the content of one file to another file. You can also use the cat command to create a file directly, and you can type the particular content in there. So to do that, this is the same way like cat, and I'll give the particular greater than sign here, and then we have to give like a test2.txt. This is what I want to create, so I'll say enter, and now it is asking me to put some data over there. So I will say test2 data. Alright, enter, and then I will just come out of it. So you can see now I will do the cat to the test2.txt, and you can see the test2 data is there inside this particular file. Okay, so this is how we use the cat command to display, to create, to redirect the content of the file. Next we have here is okay, so to creating the files with the spaces and reading the files with the spaces. Alright, so creating a directory with the spaces, and okay, to copy the file, to move the file, okay, to remove the file, to change the file extension, and to remove the directory. Okay, so this is what we will see now. So we'll see one by one, so we will try to cover it up as soon as possible. Now the options that are there to create the directory, so mkdir, and which will pronounce as a make directory, so it will create a directory. Like suppose I'm creating a directory as a test, and you can see, so you could see that test directory is there with the lowercase. Okay, so this is how we do it. Now suppose if you want to create a directory that contains spaces, so same you have to do is mkdir, and you have to give a single quote over here, sorry, and a space, and this is a test2. So single quote complete, and then enter, and then you can see test2 is created over here. Alright, so this is how we create of directories that are containing spaces. And now suppose if you want to create a file that contains the spaces, so similarly you have to give single quote and file with spaces, and then enter. So you can see that file with spaces, here it is there. Alright, so next thing what we have to do, how you will display the content of file that contain the spaces. So you have to do cat. Alright, we have to give the single quote over here and then display. So as the file is empty, it didn't show any content over there, but this is how we see the content of the file that contain the spaces. Now I will show you how we will move to the directory that contain the spaces. So here we have the directory that is test space test2. So first you have to type test, then / and test2, and now we are in the test space test2 directory. Okay, so this is how we move here, and now I will show you how you can simply copy any content from source to the target. I will come one step back here and I will see how we will copy the content. Okay, say cp, which will copy the particular file, and then we'll say like test.txt. so this is what suppose we want to copy into the directory that is test. So okay, you can see now we will go back to the test directory and we'll see what are the files that are there. So you can see that now the test.txt is copied over here. Alright guys, so we'll see about moving the file now. So we'll use command that is mv. First of all, I will see what the files are there, and there is ls, and we have couple of files here. So what I will do is now I will move test2.txt into some test folder which is there here, and I will first check what are there inside the test folder. So okay, and there is nothing, so I will now move it. So I will come back from the test folder and now I will move. So mv test2.txt, and then I am going to move it to root desktop, and I'm going to move it to the test directory. Alright, it's moved now. I'm going back and checking whether the file is existing. So no, test2.txt is not there, and now I want to check the directories inside the test folder, and you can see that we have a test2.txt inside the test. So this is how we use the mv to move the files. Now I want to delete the particular test2.txt, so I will show you how we can delete the files or directories. So we will use the rm command for removing the directory, and we'll say now remove test2.txt, because we are already inside the test folder, so it should remove that. When I see the content here, I see nothing, so it's got deleted now. Now I want to delete the test folder. Okay, so I'll come back and I will say rm and test. Okay, so you can see that is a directory, test is a directory, and that's why it's not getting removed. So we should remove it recursively and forcefully. That's why I used the options that is saying R and F, and now you can see it's done. And when I see ls, I do not see the small test directory here. Similarly, I can remove. So similarly here we will remove the test directory, and we can see that it's got removed, and the test directory which was there, it is also not there now. Alright guys, so this is how we do with the removal of the directories or the file. For more information about the removing directories, you can see --help, and you can see what are the options that you can use with this particular command, and you can do this --l for any command to check how you can use it. Right, so next we have here is nano editor and vi editor, which I have already covered. So I will show you shortly about the nano editor. So nano, we'll see what the files are there, and what is nano. So you can see that nano is another editor, an enhanced pico clone. So it's an editor which will help you edit any files or any anything that you want, or any files or any files. So we have here the passwords.lst or any password.txt file. Now I want to open it by using a nano. So password.txt, and you can see that there are a couple of passwords that are there. Now suppose I want to edit it, so I'll come over here and I will edit this particular 2 passwords. Okay, and now I will save. So to save it, you have to just press Ctrl X. You can see that this is Ctrl X here, and Ctrl X, so it will exit it. So I press Ctrl X, and now it is asking me whether you want to save it. So we'll say yes. So Y, and now the file name of the file should be password.txt. So we'll save it as with the same name, and then we'll say enter. Now you can see catch the content of password.txt, and we have the limited passwords over here because we have deleted 2 passwords from there. Alright, so this is how we do this is how we use the nano editor. I have already covered the VI editor, about the VI editor. And next thing we have is the string. So string is also, you can see that what is string, and here it prints the strings of a printable character in a file. So suppose we have a file that is like a password.txt, and now we want to string it. So password.txt, and you can see this also works like a cat. And now what you can do here is you can use a grep command and you can display whatever we want. So suppose I want 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 at hello, so I'll copy it and I would say string, and I will use the pipe and I will grab that particular output and say enter. So it will only display me this particular output which we are looking for. Alright, so this is how we use the grep, and this is not just enough to know about the grep and piping, because this is a vast topic here, and we will be covering all this thing about it in the next tutorial. So for this tutorial, it has already taken a much longer time for this particular thing, so rest of the things that we have, we will cover it in our next tutorial. And I hope you guys understand about the basic stuff of the Linux, the file system of the Linux, the shortcuts what you can use, and also about the file management and manipulation. Alright, so like moving directories, copying directories or files, and changing directories, printing the current directories, and about the file command, about the cat for displaying the content, for creating the file, for making or creating the directories, and all this thing that I have shown you today. Okay, so this is all for it guys. So I hope you like this video. If you have not subscribed my channel, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you will not miss the next videos that are going to come. So we'll meet you in the next video with some another interesting topic, with the continuation of the Linux Essential for Hacker. Okay, so this is all for it. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.